So you think you know everything about Queen Camilla, but how much do you know about the woman who looks exactly like her? Camilla, Queen Consort, is one of the most famous names on the planet, but that hasn't always been a good thing. Camilla's love triangle with then Prince Charles and Princess Diana certainly wasn't a walk in the park. For years, the future Queen Consort was the most hated woman in the United Kingdom. Fortunately, she had her sister Annabel Elliot to lean on. Born in 1949, Elliot is 2 years Camilla's junior. Unlike her royal sister, Elliot maintains something of a low profile, evidently uninterested in receiving royal titles or public attention. That said, she has certainly been spotted at a number of royal events over the years, including Charles's coronation. Clad in a resplendent white dress that matched Camilla's, Elliot stood beside her sister and attended to her every need as one of 2 ladies in attendance. She is also one of just 6 women who act as the Queen's companions. Of course, the striking resemblance to Camilla had many wondering just who this woman was. So what do you need to know about Annabel Elliot? While it's quite obvious that Camilla and her sister look almost identical, they are vastly different when it comes to their personalities. The pair were both debutantes, and while Camilla apparently loved this, Elliot was not so keen. According to Hello magazine, she once said of her sister, "Camilla was a great success, but I certainly wasn't. I probably wasn't quite as confident as her." Elliot was in the middle of the 3 Shand siblings. Camilla is the oldest sibling, and she and Elliot shared a younger brother named Mark Shand, who passed away in 2014. After the death of their brother, Elliot told Vanity Fair a bit more about their upbringing. She said, "Unlike a lot of our generation, we had this incredibly warm, easy relationship with our parents. We didn't have nannies. All our friends growing up would immediately be drawn to my mother. She was completely straightforward and one of the warmest, kindest people." It's even been said that the role of a duchess might have suited Elliot much more than Camilla. A friend once told the Daily Mail that she would have been perfect for the role, highlighting Elliot's style and good taste. Alas, according to the same source, titles have always been of little interest to Elliot. The day of King Charles III's coronation ceremony was a historic moment for the royal family. Naturally, Annabel Elliot was there with bells on, cheering on Camilla from the sidelines. At the King's coronation, Annabel was one of the ladies in attendance, matching her sister in long, floor-length gowns. Camilla and Annabel were also joined by Fiona Petty Fitzmaurice, the Marchioness of Lansdowne. However, despite the immensely huge and public role, Elliot was dealing with her own personal grief while trying to put on a brave face. Her husband, Simon Elliot, had died just 2 months earlier. Simon and Annabel had been married for 51 years prior to Simon's death, and multiple sources contacted by The Independent had nothing but good things to say about him. Still, it's not so surprising that Annabel would put aside her own emotions to be there for her sister. The Marchioness of Lansdowne said at the time, "Camilla is fiercely loyal to friends, and that will be reflected in who goes to the big day. She wants to be loyal to the people who've stood by her." Behind-the-scenes BBC footage showed Annabel clearly touched by the momentous occasion.
I can't explain the feeling because it's so surreal and this cannot be happening. Yeah, it was quite a moment.
The sisterly bond between Elliot and Camilla was more obvious than ever on Coronation Day. If anything, standing just a few feet from Camilla during the ceremony was as much a metaphorical symbol as it was physical, as Elliot's support goes way, way back. The 2 sisters were said to have once done everything together, from attending the same schools to pony club and even marrying within a year of each other. In 2018, royal author Penny Junor wrote a somewhat amusing behind-the-scenes account of what happened on the morning of Charles and Camilla's 2005 wedding day. Camilla had apparently been suffering from sinusitis all week and refused to get out of bed. After multiple people tried and failed to get Camilla out of bed and start preparing for the day, Elliot threatened to wear her sister's wedding ensemble. She reportedly told Camilla, "Okay, that's all right. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to get into your clothes." Whether it was because she didn't want her sister getting into her wedding dress or simply out of pure stubborn sibling energy, Camilla is said to have jumped out of bed and started getting ready. Basically, Camilla has her sister to thank for pushing her to get out of bed and get on with things, and if she had failed, who knows what would have transpired that day. The relationship between Charles and Camilla has been under scrutiny for decades. As you likely know, Camilla caught a lot of heat for her long-term affair with Charles. The public furor surrounding the couple reached fever pitch in the wake of Princess Diana's infamous interview with Martin Bashir, in which she stated there were 3 people in her marriage. For a while, it seemed as if Camilla's reputation could not be revived. But times have changed, people have moved on, and Camilla has done a great deal to generate approval for herself and her relationship with Charles. And it's a good thing too, as maintaining public support for their marriage is hugely important for the pair. Though they aren't the most popular royals in the world, they seem to be in much better standing with the public nowadays. Always the loyal sister, Annabel Elliot praised their relationship in the BBC documentary Charles III, The Coronation Year.
She is his rock, and I can't actually emphasize that enough?